Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday, start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays, get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays, dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. We live in a time of extraordinary innovation, instant communication, constant access to information, endless productivity tools. Yet many people feel overwhelmed, disconnected, anxious, or depleted. And the question would then be not how do we escape modern life, but rather how do we live fully and balanced in the modern world while staying rooted in ancient wisdom. Ancient traditions were not designed for nostalgia. They were designed for resilience, clarity, and harmony. And these teachings are not outdated, they're timeless. Today, we'll explore how ancient wisdom traditions, especially mindfulness and earth-based practices, can support us in navigating modern life with balance, meaning, and vitality. Take a moment to reflect. What part of your life feels most in need of balance right now? There's a tension between modern life and ancient ways. Modern life moves fast and ancient wisdom moves deep. Modern culture values speed over stillness, productivity over presence, consumption over contentment, information over wisdom. And ancient traditions value rhythm and cycles, connection and relationship with nature, self-study and reflection, community and ritual. Neither is inherently wrong. Imbalance arises, however, when speed replaces awareness and productivity replaces purpose. This imbalance is a misperception of reality. It's a distraction. In yoga, it's called avidya. And we begin to believe only what we produce, achieve, or accumulate is who we really are. And are there moments in your life where you feel rushed, pressured, or disconnected from your true meaning? Ancient wisdom traditions were technologies of consciousness. They offered practical systems for regulating our nervous system, clarifying our mind, and aligning human life with natural law. We can look at ancient wisdom as a living technology. We can look at it through yoga, through yamas and niyamas, which are ethical foundations for inner and outer harmony, through consistent practice of non-attachment, which is called abhyasa, and then dharma, living in alignment with your true purpose. You can also see ancient wisdom through Ayurveda, which are daily routines, seasonal living, and honoring your individual constitution. And you can also use ancient wisdom through meditation and mindfulness, training your attentiveness, witnessing your thought patterns, and cultivating, which is a quiet, still mind, equanimity. And all of these systems were designed to help us humans thrive, not escape life, but to engage with it wisely. We can combine ancient insight with modern science, and we will be able to understand how our systems work. One good example is our nervous systems. Ancient yogis may not have used modern language, but they understood the nervous system. Modern life often keeps us in a state of hypervigilance, chronic stress, sympathetic nervous system dominance. Ancient practices counter this through conscious breathing, pranayama, meditation, dhyana, repetitive ritual and mantra, time in nature. When our nervous system is regulated, it becomes the foundation of clarity, compassion, and conscious science. So how do you apply ancient wisdom to modern challenges? We've previously introduced some yoga concepts. However, you don't have to practice yoga or have an active asana to do so. You can just embody the ancient wisdom lessons. For example, in technology and our attention span, ancient wisdom teaches the conscious withdrawal of senses. It doesn't mean rejecting technology. It means to use it intentionally with practical integration, digital fasting, taking blocks of time where you step away from your devices. One task at a time and being aware of it. You don't have to multitask. And then technology-free rituals in the morning, when you first rise, or the evening. So before you start your day, change how you do it. When you wake up, instead of grabbing for your device or phone to see what posts you've missed or calls you've missed, take a moment to enjoy a cup of tea or to stretch. And in the evening, place your device in another room before you go to bed. Ask yourself this question: does your technology serve your awareness, or does it fragment it? Another way to apply ancient wisdom to modern challenges is work, productivity, and burnout. Ancient cultures honored rest as sacred. Modern culture often treats rest as a reward rather than a necessity. The right effort and action is aligned with capacity and purpose. Ancient wisdom reminds us that rest is productive, cycles matter, over effort leads to depletion. So you can practice breath breaks during the day or before you engaged in a stressful call or meeting or task. Setting an intention before you initiate or begin any action. And closing rituals at the end of your work. Shutting down the computer, putting your tools away, closing the door. And then another way to apply ancient wisdom to modern challenges is with identity, worth, and inner authority. Ancient wisdom reminds us that our worth is intrinsic, it's not earned. That beneath our roles, titles, and achievement lies our true, unchanging self. And when we remember our true self, we remember that comparison is no longer important. It softens. Boundaries strengthen, and decisions become clearer. So take a moment here to ponder. Who are you beneath your roles? What is your true self? And how can you apply ancient wisdom to honor this truth? Ancient life was rich with ritual, not for superstition, but for remembrance. Ritual anchors us in time, meaning, and presence. Simple modern rituals inspired by ancient wisdom will help us reconnect. For example, lighting a candle before meditation, expressing gratitude at your meals, taking a moment to reflect each evening or to journal, or setting an intention each season or period of time or anniversary. Ritual transforms ordinary moments into sacred pauses. So what is one small ritual that you can do to bring more grounding or meaning into your life? And as you reflect, begin to integrate. Realize that you don't have to choose between modern life and ancient wisdom. You are the bridge. Ancient wisdom lives through how you breathe, how you listen, how you rest, how you respond instead of react. Balance is not perfection, it is a relationship, a living conversation between timeless truths and present moment reality. So I'd like to invite you for a moment to practice and dedicate to your true self. Placing one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Taking a deep breath in with your eyes open, fully awake and aware. Feel your breath, your body, and your presence. Breathe and silently reflect. What wisdom do I already carry? How can I honor it in modern life? And whatever answers come to you, give yourself a hug and smile with gratitude. Ancient wisdom does not ask us to go backward. It asks us only to remember who we are as we move forward. And may we move forward informed and enriched and supported and encouraged by the past. May we be present in this moment and conscious of the future we are shaping. And as you identify the ancient wisdom that already lives within you, and you understand where in your modern life you are being invited to slow down, use these to make small, sustainable shifts to honor your balance. And see this practice as intertwining and interweaving the threads of the past with the responsibilities of modern life to benefit your own well-being and to those you love and to the collective world. Remember that balance is not something you achieve once and for all. It's something you return to time again and again, and you do so with awareness. Ancient wisdom is not behind us. It is beneath us. It is within us. It is around us. It is just simply waiting to be remembered in how we breathe, how we choose, and how we live. May you move forward rooted in wisdom. May you be gently aligned with what truly matters. Thank you for sharing time and space today. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.